Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello everyone, this is Jarvis Escott with What's Happening Birmingham. Today, I'm doing something different that I finally wanted to do. As you all know, I am a licensed life and health producer here in the state of Alabama, and a lot of y'all know I do more than one thing. So, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a series of videos about life and health insurance. So, I found a really good, I wouldn't call it sidekick, but she's kind of like, she's my boss on one of my many insurance companies that I'm actually, what do you call it, licensed or?
Yes.
Yeah, licensed to work for, or agent for.
Yes.
My good friend T, so before we start, T, just give the viewers a little intro about yourself.
Hello everyone. I'm definitely not new to the insurance industry. I've been in this industry for over 5 years, and just a bucket of knowledge, and I really do feel like Jarvis and I are going to really be able to pull some things together for you guys. I am an agency owner for my own insurance company, and I'm just excited to be here, excited to kind of help pull this together. I'm known best for helping people to pull together insurance because it can be quite complex. But once you find someone that's pretty much educated in it correctly, and they can kind of make sense for you, you actually really grow to love the insurance world. So I'm just excited to be here alongside you as well, to be able to pull this together for the audience.
Okay, so like I was telling everybody that, you know, when you think about life and health insurance, there's a lot of different products.
It's a lot of compartments.
Different things to range from. So we're going to try to talk about as many as we can on this podcast, or I like to call it a series of segments for it. I guess the first thing I want to start off with, T, is when people hear the term supplemental health insurance, what does that mean?
Well, I think what people don't understand is when you say insurance, the first thing they think about is Blue Cross. They think about major medical. You know, it's so many compartments to this. Supplemental basically supplements your income. It's for you. It's not for the doctors. It's not for any other benefit. It's actually for you. So it's going to supplement your income in the event that life happens. And I know that we can't always predict life happening, but if you have some type of supplemental product in place, when it does happen, because it will happen, you'll be taken care of. So supplemental is going to be for you. So supplemental is your ally.
Yeah, and the thing too, I like to make it more clear, is that at some point in our life, we pray that this don't happen, but at some point you or a loved one you know is going to go to the hospital.
Yes.
And when they go to the hospital, the first thing you want to know is, does that person have insurance?
Yes.
And does the insurance cover the actual procedure
Yes.
that you got to get done at the hospital?
Yes.
Well, a lot of times, like, you know, people that may work a 9 to 5, or you purchase insurance, all you do is pay the premium every month. Don't really look at that fine print. But when that bill comes, and you say, hold up, insurance is supposed to cover this.
Yes.
And there's some left over. That's like you said, that's what supplemental kicks in. Let's first start off with, okay, like when people get hospital confinement and then indemnity insurance, what does that entail sometimes?
So I tell people all the time, you want to start getting a hospital indemnity product in place once you hit your 30s, because as we grow in age and we get to what they say, this big age, our health, you know, tends to get worse. It weakens. So you don't want to wait until you have cross the line or being diagnosed with something. You want to go ahead and get this type of insurance in place because it is driven by your health. It's driven by your age. So the earlier the better. I tell people all the time when I sit down and do consultations for families, it's easy to borrow $20 for your hospital indemnity policy. It's hard to borrow $46,000.
Yeah.
Or it's hard to borrow, or you know, you see the infamous GoFundMe, and you have to depend on everybody else to do what you're supposed to always, already have in place. And at this big age, and everybody wants to be an adult and a boss and a this and a that, but this is how you boss up. This is how you become the adult that you're, claiming to be. This is how we're going to teach our children how to overcome obstacles. We have to be the example and start. So hospital indemnity plans, you need to have that when you're into your early 30s, because and I'm going to speak from a female perspective, I can't speak from a male, we start having issues where, if we have to have a hysterectomy, or we have to, if you're done having children and you want to do a tubal ligation, or, any kind of surgeries, this policy is so important because it pays you per day that you're confined to the hospital. So I hear people rebuttal all the time. Well, I have PTO. Well, I have a savings. I have a this. I have a that. Why would I work my whole life and build my savings just to pay bills with? If I have a savings account, that's for me to have luxuries. If I have a dream car, if I have a dream vacation, if I have a dream bag, we all want the Louis Vuittons and the this and that, that stuff costs. So when you think about savings, you want to do something you enjoy. You don't want to take your savings and have to pay bills with it. So therefore you invest in something like your hospital indemnity policy, that if you have to go to the hospital for any kind of situation, you have a product that's paying you between $500 and $1,500 a day to take care of the bills. And then you still have your savings. You don't want to deplete your savings because you have to pay mortgage. So this is a policy that we all should have, because we're getting in that age where we may have to have a surgery. And you don't want to wait until it's surgery time, because it's a waiting period. It's called a pre-existing. So if you already have it in your medical record that you have to have a surgery, it's not, you don't go get the policy now, because see, now you have to wait and push off the surgery. So what if it's a major surgery and you can't push it off because it's detrimental to your health? Now you've shot yourself in the foot, because now you can't get the hospital indemnity, and then you have to take your savings and pay bills. So this is something that everybody should already have in place, guys.
Yeah, I could just give you an example of this one policy. If you give us a call, we'll tell you which company offers this policy, where you see it pays up to like $2,610.
Yes, per day.
That
you're confined.
So I'm gonna break down what some of the stuff it pays. Like the regular confinement's around like $500. Then after you leave the hospital, you may have to go to the rehab facility. That's gonna pay you $100 a day. Then if you go to emergency room, this policy pay you $100 per day too, per treatment in emergency room, up to 2 payments per calendar year.
And I will tell you this, a lot of these policies will cover urgent care. So like if you're going to urgent care, you're still having to miss time off from work. You're still having to, take the depletion of your funding of some sort, even if you're your own business owner. So I'll take $100 for going to the doc in the box. I mean, would you?
Yeah, and then give you $25 if you go to the doctor in the box.
So these are things that you see. If the policy may be $20 a month, but you've already got the benefits of it right away, because I know for a fact in a year we all visit either the doctor in the box or the doctor at least once or twice a year. So basically the policy is paying you to be an adult.
To be an adult. And then even on top of that, like, say for instance, let's say you don't have insurance. You gotta pay for the ambulance. You're just not riding for free.
Oh, and you know that costs an arm and a leg. Riding the ambulance.
And then this particular policy, it pays $200 on the ground and up to $2,000 in the air.
In the air.
For it. Next thing, laboratory, X-rays. This policy pays like $35. Limited to 2 payments per covered person.
Yes. So basically, in us just even unpacking this particular policy, you see that everything has a monetary value to it, because it's time consuming, and you're missing time from work. You're missing time from your family. You're pretty much paying yourself for being an adult. So this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's definitely a no-brainer. You definitely have this policy. One more thing I want to cover on this too is that, like, even if you're short stay, if you stay in the hospital less than 23 hours,
Yes.
it'll give you $100.
Yes.
Which,
Yes.
which,
That's amazing.
yeah, that's amazing. You know,
Yes.
with this policy, and even like the medical diagnostic and image exams. Because a lot of times, if you go in, they're gonna want to do lots of X-rays.
Yes. Bottom line, guys, and I'm not trying to, take a dab at the medical field, but they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money from the insurance companies, Blue Cross, United Healthcare, Aetna, whatever. They make their money. It's time for us to, we're having to undergo the surgeries. We're having to undergo the x-ray. We're having to miss time off. It's time for us to be able to be compensated too, because that's our time. So I feel like this is a way for it not to be one-sided. We always want to talk about how the doctors are getting paid this and the hospitals are making all this money. Well, you have an option to do the same, but we don't want to invest in us. We don't want to invest in the what if, because I talk to people all the time about good risk and dumb risk. We take dumb risk every day. We get up, we go to McDonald's or whatever, and we risk $10 to $12 on a meal for lunch that we think is going to fill us up. Well, what if we get sick, food poisoning, or what if it doesn't fill us up? We just threw away $10. A dumb risk.
Yeah.
I can throw away $10 in a policy like this, and I know I'm going to have a reaping of that. It's going to be a smart risk, because I know within this year I'm going to go to the hospital. I know if life happens, I have a plan. So people don't often fight over money. They fight over no plan. There's no plan in place.
Yeah, and another thing I want to add before we go to another segment with this is that this covers also yourself, your spouse, and your family.
Yes.
Covered with this.
Yes.
Now, if you're interested in this policy, of course, give us a call. But also, what's neat about this particular policy is it can be payroll deducted.
Yes.
So it's almost like you don't even see the money.
It's pre-tax.
Yeah, pre-tax.
Yes.
So if you're a business owner that want to offer this to your employees, you may not be able to offer them the full health coverage, but you want to offer some type of supplemental. Definitely give us a call about this, because it's also tax deductible as well for this.
And I just want to say this too to our business owners. Don't think just because you're a small business that you have to pay for this. You can offer this to your employees. It can come out of their check, payroll deducted, and that can help you with retention. How many times that we're looking for employees, we can't find anybody because we can't offer them things. So this is another way for you to be able to retain the employees that you have by saying, hey, I offer benefits day one. So things like this is what's going to make people want to stay with your organization and work for you, because you cared enough to offer this. So don't think just because you're a small business that you have to pay for this. We have options, we have plans where we can, if you want to contribute maybe $5 a policy, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. You offering it is enough. But don't close your ears to being able to offer benefits for your people.
Okay, and like I said, if you all are interested in this, now the rates, it may vary according to industry, but I know a lot of y'all may ask, like, we can do it, start off with 3 employees, right?
3 employees.
3 employees. So if you're interested, just give us a call, contact us about this, because this is a very great policy for you to have.
And we'll be able to give you the rate for your group. You will have to get a little information about your business, and then we'll be able to give you what your rate will be. And then that way you'll know. I know you hear me say $20, and sometimes you hear me say $10. It depends on your industry. It can be as low as $10 a month. I just have to be able to get your rate for your business. So I would love to give you some solid solutions.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.